Sanbonani, I would like to welcome you to one of the biggest channel on YouTube. Yes, one of the biggest channel on YouTube. So I would like to welcome everyone. The name of this channel is called Respect the Fixed Team. Respect the Fixed Team. Respect the Fixed Team. Yes, that's the name of this channel. If you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And for those who've already subscribed and also commented on all of my videos, this one is for you. Thank you so much, guys. And please, for those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I really need your support and I really appreciate to earn your subscription. So today, guys, I'm gonna talk about the step parents, the one that are raising the kids, the one that they're not their own kids, I mean, like biologically. So I don't know, I've been hearing some stories around, and then I thought, let me just talk about it, because I come from that background. I've had that experience, like in my life. So I was also raised by a stepmother, by step parents, you know what I'm saying? So people are saying it's all bad. People are saying it's all bad, it's terrible. They're making all these, making up all these stories. So today I'm here to clarify, I'm here to say they're not all bad. They're not all bad, but I'm gonna tell you the first thing that I think we should look at, we as people, before we get caught in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So please, before I begin, please make sure that you hit that like button and you subscribe. Please, I really need that. So guys, we are people we are not the same. We are not the same. All we want is to give the best to our children, to our kids. It all starts from you start a relationship. You meet this person, but not knowing that like maybe one day you guys will break up, or maybe like one day she will leave or he will leave you. I'm not talking about living in a sort of death, you know what I'm saying? But even so, we meet people, we commit ourselves to them, and then a beautiful thing that comes out of that beautiful relationship, out of those beautiful people, you know what I'm saying, after they've committed themselves, agreeing all sorts of things, helping one another, loving each other, so much, sharing any and everything. I'm talking about dreams, thoughts, everything, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if it's small or big, doesn't matter what it is, So they've shared this moment and until they gave birth to this beautiful kid, or maybe this one beautiful child, you know what I'm saying? So it's all beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Then the problem starts when people separate, when people start breaking up, relationships start to crumble, and then people decide to say, you know what, they just can't take it anymore, and then relationship start becoming toxic and everything. Then the child involved. I tell you guys, I tell you beautiful people, I love you guys so much, hearing all these stories about, stepmothers and stepfathers, are also bad. Not all of them. When it comes to a child, a child needs to be prioritized at all time, at all costs. It needs to be protected. It needs to be loved unconditionally. It needs to be taken care of. So I'm talking to all of you guys. All of you out there, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if that child is not yours biologically, but when it comes to a child, you must just know that the importance of raising a kid. You must make sure that that kid is important, no doubt. That kid needs to be taken care of. That child needs to be loved. It needs to be protected, needs to be provided, with any and everything that the child needs or wants, So you meet this person, okay, before it comes to that relationship. Now it's gone, it's all past. Then you heal. You do not start a new relationship if you're not healed enough. Then you meet this person after a long process, you know what I'm saying? Then you meet this person. Before you introduce, doesn't matter how much you love that person, how much you feel as if like you are committed to that person. You can't just introduce your kids to any and everyone that you meet. It's gotta be that one. It's gotta be that one that you know for the fact that this, even if I leave, even if my kids are out of my presence, you know exactly that they will be taken care of. So you start introducing by telling that person that, you know what, from the jump, I've got kids. This is the situation that I'm in. This is the situation that I'm in. I've been through a breakup, so whatsoever. So what I need someone who will take care of my kids. I need someone who will love my kids. I need someone who will protect my kids, because my kids are my world. You made it clear. You have to make it clear. You have to make that clear, because when it comes to kids, I always draw the line. They ain't gotta be put in a rough situation or whatsoever. So whatever it is that you're going through, the kid has to be protected from any situation. Through your breakups between you and your partner, through all fights and everything, kids need to be left on the side. Kids need to be left on the side. No matter what, you ain't gotta talk to your kids about what is happening between you and your partner, between you and your baby mother, between you and your wife or your husband. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that the kids need is both of you guys. It's either you live separately, but it's dangerous to raise kids in a separate home. It is not healthy. Because the kids, all they want to see is their parents together. I don't know how these whole breakups come about, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to talk about this on this video. Maybe I'm going to talk about it like on my next video for sure. The causes of people breaking up and everything like that, But now I'm only talking about the importance of raising a child that is not yours, as their parents. So you meet your partner. You need to take some time. To learn your partner, to know your partner, you know what I'm saying? To know your partner, and make sure that whenever you mention your kids, you see his or her reaction on their face. The tone of the voice and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? Because you are in protection of your own kid, of your own child. You feel me? So if you see or you feel that she is or he is ready to raise your own kids, that's when you'll start introducing your kids to him or her. But let it be known, let it be heard, let it be clear that your kids comes first. If he or she ain't keeping up with that, you need to just move on. Before you introduce your kids. Literally introduce them to your partner. If that partner that you with ain't keeping up with them kids, he always feels some type of way, or she always feels some type of way about you whenever you talk about your kid and everything like that. You need to just move on. Even if even if your partner got her or his own kid, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you mentioning your kids, she's always like bringing up her kids, prioritizing her kids. So you need to just move on. You need to just pass, you know what I'm saying? You need to just pass, you know what I'm saying? Because if that's your kid that you are talking about, that whenever you talk about your kid, she always prioritizing her own kids, so that means you're not in the right place. Your kids will be, your kids will be treated, in a worse way. I'm telling you, in a worse way. So we need to take our time. It's okay to reserve yourself looking after your kids. It's okay. I mean, everyone needs to be loved. I know that. Everyone needs to be loved. Everyone needs to be loved. Everyone wants to have that feeling, wants to have that intimacy with someone. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta think about your kid while you are thinking about you being intimacy and everything like that. Now, when it comes to your kids, it's more than that. Because you don't know when you're gonna leave this earth. So you gotta make sure that whoever that you bring your kids to, that you decide to bring your kids to raise your kids with, you must always know that your kids, that's when you live, your kids will live a happily ever after, even if you're no longer around. There's a lot of ways of knowing your partner, that your partner is like capable of raising your own child, raising your own kids. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a sensitive subject, because the part of the reason why we see our brothers and sisters living on the street today, because of some decision that parents have decided to make, you know what I'm saying, with their own kids' life. You feel me? You find this person, then you think that just because you were raised in that environment, now you think that just because that woman that raised you, that took care of you, that stepmother or that stepfather, you know what I'm saying, that raised you, he will raise your children how you've been raised when you was growing up. No, people are not the same. So that is why we should be careful. I'm looking at my sisters and my brothers out there on the street like today. When I go back before 2016, you've never seen that community that is on the street like right now. I'm telling you. Go back, I tell you. You hear them saying, my father introduced me to this woman. She has always been, pretending to love me. Whenever my father is around, or whenever like my mother is around, she will treat me specially. But you wait and see when my father leaves, when my mother leaves the house, you see what's gonna happen. I could not take it anymore, because my father did not want to listen to me. My mother did not want to listen to me, because she thought that I wanted them to break up. But I needed her to pay attention to me. I needed her to love me. I needed her to listen to me. I needed her to feel all my pain. But yet she decided to listen to that man. He decided to listen to this woman. So now, that is why now I'm living on the street, because I felt as if like my own mother has abandoned me. My own father has abandoned me. That is so painful. So that's what it's telling me, that all people that are doing that, all those parents that are doing that to your kid, I say you did not think about your kids. You did not love those kids enough to protect them. You've never even prioritized your own children. You see a lot of people, they're raising other people's children and then they're forgetting theirs. Now they're on the street. You gotta make sure the person that you meet, the person that you're with, is capable of raising your own children. He is capable of loving your own children. Because other people, what they're rushing at, they're rushing it like, I gotta make sure that, I gotta make sure that since she got kid or he got kids, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that I do whatever it takes. I wanna have his kid. I wanna have her kid. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta have his kid. So that's when I know for a fact that he or she will take care of my own children. No, it ain't gotta be like that. If she's not cool with her raising your own child, you gotta move on, my brother. You gotta move on, my brother. If you feel the pain that I feel whenever I'm going out there on the street, whenever I walk down the street, see all these kids lying on the streets, man. 3:30, I'm on the streets on my way to work. I see these kids just lying on the street, lying on the side of the street. You know what I'm saying? Eating out of the bin. And yes, their parents are just moving around, they're pretending like everything is okay. Just because they didn't want to listen to their kids. They didn't want to engage themselves enough. They failed their own children. So you be careful who you introduce in your kid's life. I don't blame a man or a woman saying, you know what, this is it. I ain't gotta have to make no more kids, so I'm just gonna stick to my own children. I'm just gonna raise them. I'm just gonna take care of them. Whoever that comes to my life is okay, but I'm not going to introduce my kids to that person. If you think that it's a secret or whatsoever, or if ever like she keeps hearing like on the side, it's okay. I'm gonna tell her, just to avoid some coalitions, just to avoid those unnecessary arguments. I'm gonna tell her straight. You know what? I've got kids. Reason why I'm not introducing my kids to you is because I'm scared of them. It's because I'm scared of my children. I'm in protection of my own kids. Because I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I did not plan for that relationship to end. I did not plan. And plus, I don't start the relationship knowing that one day it's going to end, because I ain't got no time to waste. You gotta just put it out there, put it on top of the table, just so if she decide or if you decide to leave you, it's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay, bro. It's very, 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 very sensitive when it comes to them kids. It's very sensitive. I'm not gonna lie. I was raised by a stepmother. Let me tell you my story, beautiful peeps out there. I was raised by a stepmother. My father had approached a lot of women that I've never seen. I don't know why he decided to introduce me to that woman. I do not know. The only thing that I kept hearing was my father, I'm telling my father will approach any woman on the street, you know what I'm saying? Until he met this woman, the woman that, that loved me through it all. She raised me, you know what I'm saying, guys? She gave me all the love. She gave me everything that I needed. She gave me a food for thought. She gave me education. She gave me everything, man. She raised me like I was she gave birth to me. That's how much she loves me, man. She protected me, So today I'm saying I'm so proud. I'm so proud that she protected me from all the gangbangers. She protected me from all the things that was happening in that time. In those years, there were a lot of guns on the street, but she protected me. She took me to church. She would help me to pray. She would treat me she treat me special. I'm telling you guys. So they're not all bad. When I move around the street with my friend, they will say, no, you're just capping. It's a lie. when I tell them, that, guys, she's not even like my real mom. But one thing that she taught me, she taught me the most important thing is, she taught me that it doesn't matter if they're child, because one day you're gonna meet a woman, maybe she'll already have her own kids, but the importance of loving a child is very, very, very important. Doesn't matter whether that child is yours biologically or non-biologically, you just gotta love the child because it's a gift from God. She said this was the first thing that came to her mind when the first day she met me. She said, I know that God, He's not mine biologically, but I'm gonna love Him, and I'm gonna love Him. I'm gonna take care of Him. It's only you know. I don't have mine. She didn't have her own. I'm telling you guys, she didn't have her own. It wasn't only about the expensive things, that she would bought me and everything. Like, I'm talking about the unconditional love. I'm talking about, not all the importance of things about life that she taught me. She protected me. She sacrificed everything for me to be happy. So that's why, today I don't judge. I overheard, I was just come out of soccer practice when my father said, what? I love my son, and I will do anything for my son. I've got 2 other sons that are living in Lamontville. They're living with my mom, my grandmother. It's not a test. If you love me, the only way to show me that you love me is by making sure that you take care of this one, because he has never met his mother, his biological mother. He's not looking for a mother figure. He's looking for a mother, a person who will love him, who will take care of him, who will be there for him. Because even if I die, I want to know that you'll be able to take care of me, take care of him, even if I'm no longer around. I quickly walked out of their house without them seeing me. You know what made my father so happy is when he came home. I was sitting with my mom. I was sitting with her the dining room, just watching my favorite channel, chopping it up, was laughing, sharing all these jokes. So it's not about me. I'm just telling you guys the story that the importance of letting your person knows how your kids really means to you, how it means if your kids are happy, when you see them happy, when you know that they are happy, when you know that they're being taken care of, when you know that your kids are in a good hands. Because that's what will give you hope. That's what gives all of us hope, that when we leave this earth, when God decide to shift us, to move us away from this earth, we will know that our kids are left in the right hands, in good hands, in warm hands. And to your baby mothers and baby fathers, whatever, if their relationship is gone, stop talking bad about your father, about your mothers. Whenever you are granted for a visit, or whenever your kids are visiting your home or your house or whatsoever, if the relationship between you and your baby mama or your baby father or whatever, if it's gone, it's done. You need to just accept it. If she has moved on with her life, it's okay. It's done. So that means it did not work out between you and her. So you ain't gonna talk bad about his father or about her mother. No. Just stop doing that. Just stop criticizing. You should be grateful that there's someone who's also raising your own children. You know what you did. You know what happened between you and your partner. So that thing got nothing to do with the present partner. That he is taking care of your own seed. That he is taking care of your own children. As a matter of fact, you should be so thankful and so grateful that there are people out there. There are still good people, nice people out there. You know what I'm saying? Who put so much of their own dreams on the side. They're raising your own children. You're raising your own children. Raising the kid that are not even theirs, biologically, but they've chosen to accept them. Stop doing that. The jealousy and envy, that hatred, or whatever it is, you need to just keep it inside of you. Don't share it with your kids just because they are yours biologically. Don't do that, because you are corrupting your own child, the child that you said you love. Spend time with them. It's okay. Spend time with them. Don't talk about their father. Don't ask him like nothing what is happening in his or her relationship or whatsoever, because it ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm sick and tired that the kids will, after they visited their own biological kids, when they come home, they'll be bitter, they'll be angry, they'll be full of hate because of what you guys are doing, because of what you guys are saying to them kids. What are you expecting? What are you expecting to get? Because maybe you messed up. Maybe you decided to end the relationship. Now that it's gone, now that she's gone, and now you start making all these threats. Now you're talking bad to his kid or to your partner's kid. Then you think that it's okay. No, it's not okay. You're corrupting your own kids. It is not good. You need to just move on with your life. Do whatever it is that you decide about your life. You know what I'm saying? Do not involve kids into your own scandals. You've got a problem, deal with it accordingly. Do not put the kids involved. I'm gonna say this like one more time. You should be grateful. You should be grateful, not only to that person, to the man upstairs, that he has found a second parent who look after your own children. Please, if that woman or that man is taking care of your own children, be grateful, be thankful for that. Be thankful that it's happening to your kids, because other kids out there are living on the streets, are living a terrible life, are living the life that they've never dreamed of living. Other kids are being denied, other kids are being thrown out. Other kids are sleeping on the floor. Other kids are sleeping with their stomach empty. And you want to mess it up for them, that life, just because of your own agenda? No. All your parents out there, you know what you did, you know what happened. You know what you did, you know what happened. So these kids, they need love, they need to be taken care of, they need to be put aside, they need to be protected at all costs. If you guys decided to split, that's your decision. You decided that. It came to that point, so that's it. The kids ain't got nothing to do with what you guys had or whatever that happened that caused for that relationship to end. As their parents, I know how hard it is, you know. I know how hard it is to raise the kids that are not yours. I know I know it's not easy to some of them, especially the one that they've lost their own kids, especially the one that they've denied to see their own kids, to raise their own kids. I know how hard it is, but this is for you guys. This is for you, because you being so good, you being so, loving, for the fact that you accepted your partner's kids, you're raising them, you give them love, through the pain that you've gone through the situation that you've gone through while you was growing up or whatsoever. Maybe you were mistreated by step parents. Maybe that's your father, or maybe that your mother is introduced to you, but it's never changed you. It never changed the fact that you've got that love that God has planted in you, the pure love that you have, for you to be able to raise other people's kids. That's out of this world. And I'm saying, may God bless you. One day it's gonna bless you with yours, but keep on raising that child, because it's God's gift. Maybe He did not plan it for you to have your own, biologically. Maybe it was His plan. You do not know, but if you want to know, get closer to Him. Get closer to Him. He is around. He's there when you need Him. Thank you, guys. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You deserve the most. You deserve the most. And for those who've introduced their kids to their partners, it's time, guys. If you're not doing it, I think it's time that you start doing it. You need to appreciate that man. You need to appreciate that woman. Don't give him no pressure, because what he's doing is the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing, because whenever you see your kids happy, getting everything that they want, getting all this education, getting all these clothes, getting all these things, that other peoples are not getting, that you did not even get, you should appreciate that man. You should appreciate that woman, because there's too much that she's putting in. There's too much that he is putting in order for your kids to live a better life, in order for your kids to be happy. Let's give them flowers when they're still around, because we can see what the good that they're doing. And you women out there, doesn't matter if the man got money, got all these expensive things, got all these flashy things. Don't fall for those things. Don't pretend as if like you love his kid, and yet you have no love for his kids, or none at all. Because I hear what you guys are saying. I read what you guys are posting on social media. I hear what you guys are saying, are posting on all these social medias, using this man. I'm gonna protect him. I'm gonna pretend as if like I love his kids. Then that's it. All I want him to buy me all these things, all these material things. If you're not ready to mother his kids, it's okay, move on. Because you're damaging those kids. You're damaging those kids. You're damaging those kids. Sooner or later, that is going to catch up with you. I'm telling you. One way or another, he will find out. Because those kids are not even his. A gift from God. God take his own time. I'm telling you, do what you do, but one day, let's love these kids, Bafethu. Let's love our own children. Let's love our kids. Doesn't matter if that kid is not like yours biologically. If you love that woman, and if you want to see that woman happy, you have to love that child. It's not being crazy. It's not being mad. It's not being silly or anything like that. Stop listening to all these guys that are saying, hey, nowhere that they don't want to love, the kids that are not even mine. And yet you don't know what's going to happen in your own relationship. You don't know what's going to happen, bro. We see a relationship, a beautiful relationship now today that are no more. And that are kids. The secret is, if you love that woman, if you want to see her happy, if you want to see that woman happy, take care of those kids. Take care of those kids. You know that they're not yours. You know for a fact, but just because you've been loved by someone that you've never seen before, I'm talking about God. You've never seen him, but you know that he loves you. So you gotta love those children, man. You gotta love that kid. Then your woman will be happy. You gotta love those kids. Then you know that your man is happy. If you wanna make him happy, if you wanna see him happy, you gotta love those kids unconditionally, because that's what they deserve, man. Love them, teach them, talk to them, communicate with them. Create that strong bond relationship between you and those kids. One day they're gonna thank you. One day God is going to bless you. I ain't no preacher, guys, but I just know that God is existing. I've seen on TV, and a friend of mine, he invited me to his graduation. I didn't know anything about his stories, you know what I'm saying, and something like that, because he kept some of his story, some of his personal life, you know what I'm saying, to himself, I grew up with him like in a most hoody place where there were like gunfights, the years before 1994, you know what I'm saying. So we just met. It was like on the streets, So when it was time for him to graduate, all these years I thought she was his like biological mother. I did not know. All the story that they was like telling me was like, like my mom, he takes care of me, he makes sure that I'm straight, he makes sure that I'm good, you know what I'm saying, he works so hard for me, he works so hard for my, you know what I'm saying, so he makes sure that I get everything that I need. She pays for my school fees, you know what I'm saying, she buys me shoes, she put food on the table, you know what I'm saying, she's always there for me. Whenever he tells me that, those stories, you know what I'm saying, he will cry sometimes. So when it was time for him to graduate, he made this phone call. He phoned me. He said, hey, look, my friend, I need you to go and ask my mom to pick up the phone, because I've been trying to call him, but his phone is off. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what, man? All right, Soon as I get there, I'm just gonna hand him. I'm gonna hand her like my phone. Maybe her phone is not charged. So I knock at the door. She opened up the door, blah 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 blah, and then I gave him the phone. He said, "Ma, I need you to come down to school. It's very important." His biological mother was there at the school, while he was getting his all, flowers. Everyone was stunned. I was stunned, flabbergasted when he said, the woman that has always been there for me. I ain't got no hate for my own biological mother. Then I was like, what? I ain't got no bad blood, nothing. I love my biological mother because she gave birth to me. She decided to let my father raise me. So I ain't got no hate for my mother. I love her. But for now, I would like to take this moment because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my stepmother. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. She sacrificed everything for me. She loved me. She loved me to the T. I thank my father for introducing me to her, for introducing her to me. I was in tears, man. The importance of raising a child, because you don't know what's going to happen in the next, but you just got to keep on hoping, praying for the best. Don't have this inside of you that says, maybe one day this child would abandon me, maybe one day, you don't know what's going to happen. Just keep on praying and hoping. Do the best. Just raise that child, give it the child an unconditional love. Doesn't matter what is happening on the outside, or you hear all these stories about raising the kids that are not yours, that soon as they find out that they are not yours, like biologically they're gonna leave you. So don't have that. That's their own story. That's their own story. Appreciate it if they are telling you, but it is not your life. They're telling you about their life and about what had happened in their own lives. You know what I'm saying? What is happening in their own lives. You know what I'm saying? They're not telling you what is happening in your own life. They don't know what's going to happen in your own life. It's okay to listen to them, but don't pay attention to all these stories that are going to put your energy down. If you know what I mean. You don't have to make decisions just because of other people's stories of what they're telling you. Love those kids, man. Raise them well. Raise them well. I promise you, one day you're gonna get the best surprise of your life, because she didn't expect it. Ochi's stepmother did not expected that. Did not. Then he bought an expensive car. He took it out of the hood, bought it this nice beautiful house, nice beautiful 7-room house, 2 garage. Then he said, it's not material things that did not matter if you don't understand the meaning of it, the meaning of them. If you do understand them, then you appreciate them. Then you start building a relationship on top of them. If you do understand the real meaning of all these material things. But he said to her, mom, all of these things, they only matters because they brings out the happiness in you. That's what I always say. This is what I always tell my kids. So if you are a step parent to those kids or to that child, please raise them, because you know that those kids are gift from God. Maybe one of your step parents did not give you the best. Maybe they did not love you enough. Maybe they did not. Maybe they weren't there for you. You know what you've gone through, especially the ones talking to the one that they were raised by their step parents. But now that you are in that position of raising the kids that are not yours, so that doesn't mean that you have to treat them the way that you were treated. It wasn't their fault. They weren't there. It was never there. They were not there. They were not there. They need you because they want to believe that you love them. So whenever they see you, they see a parent, they see someone who introduced them to the Lord, to God, someone who loved them, someone who protect them, someone who will be there for them, someone who will fight for them, someone who loved them through it all, someone who will teach them the wrongs from rights, the rights from wrong, someone who will help them when they need help, someone who will assist them, someone who will, who love them enough to correct them when they are wrong. Give them everything that you were like. Give them all the love that you wish that you had, that your parents that did not give you. The love that you wish that your parents that shared them with you. Give them that. Don't make them go through what you've gone through in life, unless if it was better. But you gotta make it better. You gotta make it more. For those who are doing that, for those who are doing that job, I gotta give you this, guys. That's great. It's more than just great, guys. And just know that you are loved. Just know that you are loved. Thank you, guys. Please, if you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, and please do share your comments on the comment section. I really need it. I really need it, guys. Please, guys, please do subscribe, like, share this video, comment in the comment section. Respect the Fix team. Thank you.